Hello and welcome along to Mondo Chelloveck Movies. My name is John, and this video is going to be what I picked up from HMV and CEX recently. But first, I've got a shout out for you.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Thanks, John. So firstly, I'd like to say thank you to Mondo Chelloveck for giving me a bit of time to plug my channel on his video. Cheers, John. Top man and upstanding pillar of the community. Got to be honest. Right, okay, so my name's Bumper. This is my sort of little corner of the world, Bumper's Movies on YouTube. I do hunt videos like these. I do unboxing videos like these. I do the odd live stream like these. Where's my finger going? And I also do weekly release videos like these, okay? Where my channel differs a little bit from some of the other channels you might watch regularly on YouTube is I got a real loving for old obscure movies that you may not have heard of, that kind of get these real nice remasters from the boutique labels. So come over to my channel and you will see a little bit of Vinegar Syndrome. You will see a little bit of these Arrow releases. You will see a little bit of Sadrin. Okay, so yeah, I like the boutique labels, I like the remasters, and I like the trash cinema that people have forgotten about or may not even heard of. So check out my channel. It's always worth it because you'll always get film recommendations which you might not get other places, and they're always worth watching. Okay, so thanks to John again, and thanks to you all for watching. I've been Bumper and I'll catch you soon.
So I'm going to leave a link to Bumper's channel in the description. So please get over and check his channel out. We've got very similar interests. If you like my channel, you'll love his channel. And we plan to do a collaboration in the near future. So thanks once again, Craig, for doing that video for me. Cheers, mate. So before I go through the pickups that I picked up recently, I've got some custom slips to show you. So I've just received this through the post. These are custom made slip covers. Now, as you know, I'm a big fan of slip covers, and some of these movies you buy just do not have slip covers, and I think it's a travesty that certain movies don't have them. I know everyone can't have them, but some I think you more than deserve it. Now, the one that I thought was the worst ever cover on a 4K was this. I can say it's the laziest thing I've ever seen in my life. The actual art on there is pixelated, and it's just, I don't know who thought about this. There is much better artwork for this movie out there, and it was not used. And this was a travesty to make this really good movie look so trashy, and actually it went in the sale really quickly, which benefited me because I got it in 2 for £24 sales. But after finding out about Jamie Jam Slips, or Jam Slips, on Instagram, he does custom made slipcovers, which I've ordered some. Well, I've ordered Last Action Hero and another one. So I just want to give a big shout out to James. We've been talking over Instagram. So I asked James if he could do me a custom cover for Last Action Hero using the original artwork, which he says no problem. And he drew me up the template for that, and it looked brilliant. He also sent us another one, which is the one I actually picked. And I also said to him just before, I said, could I get from you a new sleeve for this of the original artwork? And he says, yeah, no problem. So he's going to send me that in the future when I order something else from him. Okay, so let's get into this. Nurse, scalpel, thank you. So look at that. You don't get that from Zavi, do you? Seems a shame to break into this. Actually, can I do it the old-fashioned way by pulling it? Oh, yes, I can. Look at that. It's like being at Christmas. So inside you get these. They're really well protected. You'll notice why they're a bit bigger than what you would consider most slipcovers to be in. You'll see why in a minute. If you're thinking about getting some slipcovers from James, you know, this is what you're going to get. You're going to get something that is really well packaged. Okay, so here's a slipcover. Or is it a slipcover? Because it's actually... There you go, some inside there. I get... Oh, wow. Actually, wait till you see this. It says on here, thank you for ordering from Jam Slips. I really appreciate your support. If you're happy with your order, please consider leaving a review, posting a photo and sharing with your friends. This would really help the shop out, and I'd love to see your slipcovers in your collection. From me on Instagram and Etsy, Jam Slips, at Jam Slips. And on the back of this is, well, there you go. That's the original artwork that I'd asked James to put on the slip, so I can put it over the top of this to kind of complement this release. So here is the slipcover. Now this, I've never seen this artwork before. This is quite substantial. I've never seen this cover before, but when I saw it, I thought, you know what it is? I really like the look of that, and it's different as well. I like the fact that it's different. Now, if you remember, the spine on here is atrocious. One of the worst spines I've ever seen, actually. And the spine on here is pretty, you know, pathetic as well. Here's the spine on it here. I mean, look at that. I mean, that just stands right out, and you've got the 4. I mean, look, you've got everything on here. You've got the 4K on here. You've got the Columbia down there. You've got the 4K up there. You've got all of the details on the back of it. It's just amazing. Now, here we go. This goes in here like that. There you go. Voila. Now that's going to be on the shelf there, and that's going to look how it should look. And it makes me think that you've got somebody here who's creative, and they've done this. And why couldn't they do that? A big studio couldn't even do that. So there you go. So I am really excited to get more stuff. I've got a few more slips that I need to get, like with slips on. There's a few slips that I think are atrocious as well, so I might get them upgraded. So like I say, you can work with James and you can customize yourself. If you don't like this, you can get this on the whole picture. If you want the back like that, you can. If you want something else on the back, you can get it. You can get the spine different. You can just tell James what you want and he'll deliver. To me, this has been a release that has always bugged me, and it doesn't now. It's what I've really wanted with this movie. I was just so really disappointed in this. When I looked at it, I thought it's not got a slipcover on, and it's this movie, and actually the picture looks so pixelated. Everything about it was wrong, but that's been put right there. I mean, look at all this. You get all this information on. It's just amazing. So I've got another slipcover to open. And this is another one is a new movie that's came out, I've watched recently, and it's an instant purchase for me, but it hasn't got a slip. And I think with it being a huge movie, it should have had a slip. Now, James sent me quite a few versions of this, like the picture. He said, look, take a pic and see what you like, or you can mix and match, do anything you want. And I said, right, no problem. And I said to Deborah, I said, which one would you say was the best out of these 3? And she picked this one. I had to agree with it. It's really good. Again, I had the option to get it with a kind of slip cover or this slip case, which I went for the slip case. In fact, to be honest, I think I'll probably get them all with slip cases, and I've got a few ideas with some other ones that need upgrading to get covers on them. And I've got some. He's been showing me some great mock-ups of what he's got down the line for us, so I can't wait to get some more stuff ordered. So this slip cover is for the amazing movie that doesn't have a slip on the 4K, Bullet Train. Now look at that. Now, to me, wow, look at that. I mean, if you saw that on the shelf, it would really catch your eye. And actually, some of these slip covers actually make you want to buy a movie. And when you see a movie that's kind of like just sitting there, like Last Action Hero did, it didn't make you want to buy that, didn't invite you to buy that movie. I can't wait. I haven't got this on 4K yet. I've got it coming. But I knew I had to get this one after seeing it. I enjoyed it that much that I thought, right, I'm going to get this. And it means I can go to other places and not pay full whack for the movie. And because it hasn't got a slipcover on it, I think you should pay less for it. But that's another story. So yeah, so I love this movie, and so did the Debs. And she, like I say, she saw the different mock-ups that we have. And this is the one that she picked, and I think she's done the right thing. And also as well in there you get that as well, which is great with the stuff on there. So actually at the moment it seems sadly like there's a lot of these companies not putting slipcovers on, especially on the 4Ks, but they're still charging the same amount of money. The fact is, I can go to James and I can say, look, there's a couple that I want, and there's no problem with him. He'll give you all the details. You have loads of communication with him. He's a genuine guy, and I just want to thank him once again for sorting me out with these 2 amazing slips. And I want to look through the collection now and see if there's any of these, especially 4Ks, because I've nearly got all of the stuff I've got in 4K with slipcovers, and I want to put that right with all the stuff that James will bring to the table on the custom-made slipcovers. So links down below to all of the ways to contact James if you ever want to get one of these for yourself. And know that they've just seen the kind of condition that gets sent in them. It's all tracked delivery, so you couldn't ask for more. Wow. So this is, I can't wait to show the Debs now, because she just hasn't seen this yet in the flesh. So if you're interested in custom made slipcovers, do get over and give James a message. Okay, so thanks once again. Cheers, mate. So from CEX for £1.50 I got The Last Samurai. Now, as you know, I was never a big fan of Tom Cruise back in the day, but from Mission Impossible coming out, I thought, hey, it's not too bad. I like his action stuff. I don't know how he'll fare in this particular movie, but it looks, I've heard a lot of people saying it's quite a good movie to check out. It's a long movie as well. It looks quite spectacular. It's one of these epic movies. Interesting to see if it's as good as his sort of action stuff. I'm interested to see what he's like doing kind of martial arts to a fashion. So the Debs like martial arts now. I might try it with this one. And it might lead her into watching films like Shogun Assassin, possibly. Wow, imagine that. So that's The Last Samurai. Next from CEX for £8 I got Cold Light of Day. Now I've seen this movie quite a few times to buy in HMV. I've always been slightly intrigued by it. I do know it's to do with the murders of Dennis Nielsen. And this slipcover has always intrigued us, and to be honest, I've never seen it since for a long time. So when I saw that, I thought, yep, I'm definitely going to get that. The slipcover is in brilliant condition. But what I will say is, I've noticed there that a lot of these ones that I'm seeing from this particular CEX, it's got these stickers on as if they come from the same collection. Now, but I'm sure I saw this on another person's video, and also I've got it from a different shop as well. So it seems as if it's either the same person or there's some people doing the same thing. I can't imagine there's more than one person doing that particular thing. But I've left it on just to show you that. Has anybody else seen that when you've gone to get a slipcover from or a movie from CEX? Be interested to know. So this movie here, it's got everything in it. It's from 1989. I thought it was actually a brand new movie, but it's not. From 1989, it's got reversible art. It's got the booklet in as well, which it was on that when I got it. But to be honest, it doesn't really go with the window pane in there. So I turned it back round to this one. And when I put it on, the movie, like I say, is from 1989. And it's very grotty. It's got a very low budget look to it, which I wasn't expecting, if I'm honest. You do get some other stuff in here. It says 2K restoration, but bear in mind that it's going to look very, very kind of VHS-y in a way, which isn't a bad thing, because sometimes these movies that are like, like grubby, they kind of come across well. And obviously they were saying as well, and I watched a bit of the special features, and they were saying that this movie was literally shot on the fly, so a lot of people didn't even know this movie was being shot when it was shot in Covent Garden, I believe. But yeah, it seems like an interesting watch, and like I say, the slipcover's always intrigued us, but to see it there for £8 after all this time, I thought that's a no-brainer to pick that one up. Nice bit of spot gloss in there as well. Like I say, it's a different cover, and usually this cover you would imagine to just get wrecked with this getting ripped and that, but it hasn't got that way. So whoever this person is who does that, if it's one person, everything I've got from you, if you're watching this, which I highly doubt, you keep your stuff in great condition. So that's not bad at all. If you see this one on the shelves, you'll know that the person, if it is a person, I'm going on about this person, this mystery person. If you do watch me videos, imagine that. If you do watch me videos, please make a comment down below and say it's me. Anyway, so yeah, another interesting watch for Marrow. That's Cold Light of Day. Next up from HMV, I got Hell of the Living Dead on 4K. Now this movie here is an absolute classic, probably for all the wrong reasons. It's one of those so bad it's good. But saying that, I've got a lot of love for this movie. It's pretty bad, but it's so entertaining. It's one of those movies, and you get a lot of stuff for your money here, because it starts off as a zombie film. It's basically like a rip-off of Dawn of the Dead, and then it goes into sort of like a cannibal movie halfway through. And then there's some real Mondo footage in here, which it doesn't mention in here. There's some real burials, like proper from I don't know if it's off a certain movie like Shock in Africa or Shock in Asia, but it's definitely real what you see on this. So it's got a lot of strange things about it that you don't expect to go in there. And this burial thing is quite explicit, and it's region free. And so what I'm going to do is with this one and the next one, I'm going to make a separate video for them. I'm going to tell you what I thought of them, because there's a lot more to talk about them than I would have time for in this video. And this one here is spine number 35. And if you look down there, Spine number 35 is over there. I'll go more into that in detail on the next video. It's got a reversible arch here, the cover, virus cover. And this one, it's got exclusive extras as well, so I'll go into that and I'll tell you what you're getting for that, and also tell you about the picture quality on them and the sound quality of them. I've got to say that they do look great. I'm not going to say that, but I want to go into a little bit more about the picture quality when I talk about it on the next video, when I put the video out of this one and the next one coming up. So that's Hell of the Living Dead, otherwise known as Zombie Creeping Flesh, otherwise known as Virus, and probably another few things as well. So lastly, from HMV, I picked up House on the Edge of the Park. Now, I have got one to compare it to here, which I'll go into that in that other video. There's a lot to talk about on this actual release, and I've watched it last night actually, and I had a great time with it. I knew this movie was quite brutal. Don't get us wrong. There's nothing nice about this movie, but I really enjoyed it. Now that sounds a bad thing to say about a movie that's like really sadistic as it is, but I did have a great time with it for what it was, and also David Hess here his part in here is amazing. I think he's a great actor, and he played obviously in Last House on the Left as well. He's got a similar type of character here. In fact, I think that's the only type of character he ever played in the movies that I've seen him in. So you get this reversible arch here, and you get posters and everything, which I'll show you in the next video. But this one here, so spoiler alert for the next video, it's directed by Ruggero Deodato as well, who directed Cannibal Holocaust, and it's got Dolby Atmos as well, Dolby Vision. And so it's not got Dolby Atmos, but it's got Dolby Vision on it, region free as well. And I've got to say that the quality on here is absolutely stunning. It's a one that I never thought would look this good. But the colours on here and the black levels are literally insane. The one thing I will say about it, when it goes on the shelf, you'll think it's got a problem with the cover, but it's not. It's like a follow-on from here, which I think isn't really that good. You see them two things on, but the best thing about it is you can turn it around there and you don't see them things, which is a bit strange if I'm honest. And this is spine number 78 in the Italian collection. So I will be talking at length about these movies in another video, because like I say, there's quite a lot I can talk about on here, and I want to tell you a little bit more about them. And if I went and told you about them in this video, it will go on forever. So keep an eye out for a video coming out on these two soon. Please get over to James's Instagram account, linked down below, and also check out Bumper's Movies. You'll have a great time with this channel. Okay, so thanks for watching. You take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.